Do you struggle to remember everything you read? Do long paragraphs make your head spin before exams? Don't worry. Today we will break down the powerful skill of note making step by step with an easy example and a practical strategy. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Let's Learn with Lizzie, and today we are going to dive into the mastering of note making, where we are going to learn how to take smart notes for success. Why do we need note making? Let's face it, we all have said this at some point of our life. I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it. Well, good note making helps you say exactly what matters clearly and concisely. It helps you understand the key details from text, remember the concepts in a better way, organize thoughts very clearly, and study smartly. Now, what exactly is note making? Note making means picking out the important ideas from a passage or lecture and writing them down in a short, organized format. No need to copy everything. Just understand the main idea, use your own keywords, drop full sentences, use phrases and symbols. Let's learn note making with an example. Over here, I have given a passage. So, the step 0 of note making is reading the passage thoroughly. The benefits of reading books. Reading books is one of the most rewarding hobbies. It not only improves vocabulary and language skills, but also enhances imagination and concentration. Unlike watching videos, reading requires the brain to create images, which helps improve mental activity. Studies show that people who read regularly are better at solving problems and understanding others' feelings. Books come in different genres: mystery, adventure, science fiction, biographies, and more. Each type of book offers something unique. Reading biographies can teach life lessons and inspire readers. Science fiction can introduce new ideas and creativity. Children who develop the habit of reading at a young age tend to do better in school and also communicate more confidently. In today's digital world, reading printed books can also reduce screen time and help relax the mind. It's a great way to unwind before bed and sleep better. Whether it's a short story or a long novel, reading every day keeps the mind sharp and active. Now, the step 1 of note making is underline the key informations. Now, what are you going to underline? Are going to be the main idea, names, and important sentences or phrases, numbers, facts, definitions, examples, and so on. Take a moment to pause the video and note down what are the things that I have underlined. Did you notice one simple thing? That I have not highlighted the whole sentence. I have only focused on the important words and phrases. The step 2 of note making is ask and answer while you're reading. When you're reading the passage, why don't you figure out the questions, frame questions, and try to answer them? For example, what is this about? Where is it found? How many are there? Which group? Source of data? Or you can use 5W1H question format for figuring out or understanding the concept in a better way. Remember that you have to frame the questions and identify the answers from the passage, because answering those questions is equivalent to the clarification of the concept that you are taking notes of. So, my dear folks, I have given you example of how to frame the questions in the annotation form. So, the first question that popped into my mind when I read the title, The Benefits of Reading Books: what exactly are reading books, and then what are the benefits of reading books? So I have written those questions and how it improves mental activities, and what are the different types of genres, and what are the effects on the children, and what is the modern scenario or the usage of reading books. So next to step 3, I have asked and answered it very precisely. So if you notice, I have not used full sentences. I have just used important words and phrases which are necessary for the note making. Next step 4 is turning those answers into points, where we are going to combine the answers as note using colon, dashes, abbreviations. We are going to drop all the articles and prepositions. Step 5 is the note making format where we are going to convert every content into a format. There are two types of format. One is numbered format where you're going to focus on the main point, sub point, and sub point. Next is the decimal format. So basically, I prefer the numbered format because it is more clear to understand. Here I have converted all the content that I have written in the question answer format into a notes using the numbered format. My point number 1 is reading. If you notice clearly, I have not asked the question here because I know what are the questions that I have asked in the previous slide. Here I'm going to only write the answer. That is, this passage is about reading books, and it helps in improving the vocabulary, imagination, concentration. Next, it boosts the brain activity by boosting the mental strength, problem solving and skills, and empathy. The different types of genres are mystery, adventure, sci-fi, biographies, etc. The benefits of these genres is, in biography you learn life lessons and inspiration. From sci-fi, creativity and new idea. And the effects on children are performing better in academics, speak more confidently. Finally, what is the modern usage? It reduces the screen time and helps relax and improves sleep. So now we are moving on to the key features of good notes. Is that, keep in mind always the notes has to be short and clear. There should be a logical order. Abbreviations has to be used because don't try to elaborate every single thing. So you're not going to over exaggerate. Nobody is going to test your writing skill over here. After logical structure, try to use abbreviated formats, that is the short form or the contracted forms of the words and phrases. Use some symbols like arrow mark, equal sign, and etc. Most important thing that you need to focus on is, after completing the note, make sure to go through the notes fully and ask yourself whether it is making sense or not. After keeping all these points in the mind, I'm going to prepare my final copy of the notes, where you can see that I have replaced certain words with the symbols wherever I could, and I have replaced the big words into their abbreviated formats. Like for example, in the first point I have used arrow mark directing towards the upward sign, that is talking about enhancing. And in the sixth point I have showed the arrow mark pointing towards the down, which is talking about reducing the screen time. I hope the concept of note making is very clear and easy for you all. If you have any doubt, kindly ping me in the comment section. So there are certain tips for the students. Those are: use margins for keywords, don't copy full sentences, review your notes after the class because that's very important. You need to ask yourself that whether it is making sense or not. Develop your own symbols. Remember that it is always better to prepare your own notes instead of copying it from others. Let's have a quick recap of what we have learned in today's class. We have learned why and how to make notes using examples from real text and practice formats and styles. So keep practicing because note making is equivalent to study superpower. If you know how to take notes, you can break down the most complex concepts also into simple pieces of writing. So here's an assignment for you. Choose a newspaper article or textbook paragraph. Make notes using bullet format, symbols, abbreviations. Thank you for watching this video. If this video helped you, like, share and subscribe for more CBSE English hacks and lessons. Until next video, bye-bye and take care.